Hello Eurovision fans, thank you so much for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories. Today I'm doing another episode of my series Pro-Contra, where I try to play devil's advocate and find all the reasons for and against a country winning Eurovision. And today I'm doing Let3 and Croatia, and I'm doing it in one video today, listing all the pro and contra arguments. Thank you so much for your comments on the community tab of my channel, which I have used for this video. So let's get right to it. First, I want to list all the arguments why Let3 and Croatia will be the winners of Eurovision 2023. And the first argument that lots of you have also mentioned is it stands out in this field of songs and it is a definite attention grabber. No one will go to the toilet or go to the kitchen to make a sandwich while this song is on. People will be glued to the television, and that means they will remember this song once the voting comes around, and those who liked it will pick up the phone and vote for it. It is also a very catchy song, the Mama Sht and Mama Kupila Traktora. It's just stuck in my head constantly. You wouldn't think it when you see and hear the song for the first time because it seems very structureless and crazy and Dadaist. But after a while, you realize it is actually a catchy tune and has a catchy hook. And that will help for the voting as well, of course. Then the message is very much within the zeitgeist. People are sick of the war. They're sick of dictators and authoritarianism, past and present. They just want to show their support for Ukraine. And if they get the message, Croatia will be the perfect place to put all of their feelings about the world and politics and the state of Europe at the moment as well. Then someone commented that, thank you so much for that. The main verses of the song are actually understandable in many, many Slavic languages. For example, Mama Kupila Traktora or Mali Podli Psychopat are basically understandable, for example, in Polish. And that will help the message get across, especially in Eastern Europe, who might also be the most annoyed by war and dictators for obvious reasons. And so Croatia can expect a high televote, I think, from Eastern Europe, and maybe also a high jury vote, who knows. Then the band has been around for 30 years. They have built an incredibly big fan base, especially on the Balkans, but also within the Croatian, Serbian, ex-Yugoslav diaspora in other countries. So they will support them 100%, so they can expect a huge televote. Now, it's also a bit of a love it or hate it song, which for Eurovision might not actually be a bad thing, because if everyone is indifferent to you, that doesn't get you enough votes to win. If 5% love you and 95% hate you with a passion, but the 5% vote for you a lot, that might actually be enough to win. Then neighborhood and diaspora support, especially from the fan base, but also from other people that understand what this entry is about, can be helpful to Croatia this year as well. And then someone mentioned this in the comments, satire is something that works across Europe. People will understand what the message of this song is and will vote for it for being a smart satire of what is going on in the world at the moment. And then I think it strikes a good balance between attracting joke votes and real votes. Joke votes, people that are watching Eurovision to have a laugh and that will vote for it because they want the weirdest entry to do best. And I think Croatia can attract a lot of these votes. And then also the real votes, people who love the band, the style, the message, will also be voting for it. So these are the pro arguments. Now let's look at the other side, the counter arguments. Why will Let3 and Croatia not win Eurovision? And the first argument that a lot of you mentioned is juries will kill it because it is just too weird, too crazy. And juries might also think if something like this wins Eurovision, it's not good for the reputation of the competition. It kind of falls into all the stereotypes that people have of Eurovision. And for that reason, juries might not vote for it, also because they want to be respected experts in the music business, and maybe voting for a song that many people might see as a joke entry will not be good for their own reputation as well. Then the message might be confusing. I have seen a lot of reaction videos where people are just, oh my God, what is happening? And some actually got the message the other way, where they thought they are kind of supporting war and they look like dictators, or are they supporting dictators? And that might be something that could happen, maybe not in countries with Slavic languages who will understand the lyrics more, but in Western Europe maybe, or Southern Europe, that might be a feeling that many people might have, and that will hurt its chances as well. It might also be too crazy for the televote even, because it is just a very out there performance, and we don't really have an example in the last couple of years of Eurovision where something like this did really, really well with the televote. Now, it also has very big competition in different fields. When it comes to the anti-war message, you also have Czechia, and you have kind of Ukraine that you can vote for if you want to support that message. If you want a fun, entertaining song, you also have Finland and Austria. And then there are lots of rock entries in a similar genre as Croatia, and that might hurt them, especially because they are the most out there in all of these competitions: message, style of song, and fun entry. There might be less neighborhood support than people are expecting, maybe from Serbia, for example, because the anti-war message doesn't quite hit home there. Then it is not a favorite at all. And seeing juries really go for a song that is very low in the odds before Eurovision happens is something I can't really see, because I think they want to be kind of in the flow of things and vote for songs that will probably do well. I think subconsciously, not consciously, because otherwise they would be pointless. So I think that is a bit of a detriment. Also, the media will not mention them too much before the show, maybe for being crazy. Not crazy, a crazy act or an out there act, but not as one of the favorites. And then there are too many elements that alone can put people off. It's in rock, it's a specific kind of rock, it doesn't have a real followable structure, the whole song. The style is very different. The costumes can be off-putting to many and just a bit too much. Then there's drag in the performance, which will alienate a part of the public. And then when they take off the coats, it also becomes a bit sexual. So there are lots of elements that are just off-putting to the general audience, I think, and that might be a reason why Croatia doesn't win. So these are all the pro and counter arguments I could find. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think Let3 has a chance to win Eurovision, or maybe to at least win the televote? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to read them. And please subscribe to my channel and come back for my next video. Bye bye.